Hey guys, how's it going? Matt from Foulball Productions here. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope that you're doing well. I'm doing great. Thank you for asking. So, in some interesting news out of Bethesda and Lucasfilm, apparently they're collaborating to make a new Indiana Jones video game. Hmm. 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 What do I think? What do I think? I think I'd like you to press like on the video, please, before we go any further. I know you're sick of hearing about it. I see the memes, but it is very important. We must satiate our YouTube overlords in order to gain traction on this very, very crowded platform. So please do so. Please press like. Please press subscribe if you have not. It all means a lot. Helps the channel grow. Helps me bring you more excellent content just like this. Really appreciate it. All right, let's get into it. It is said to be made with an original story. When I first read that, I thought they meant the original story. And I was like, oh, interesting. And they're like, no, an original story. And I was like, ugh. It's a collaboration with some of the makers of the last Wolfenstein game. And Todd Howard of Bethesda will be the head of this particular venture. I don't know. I've got some thoughts. I've got some things to say. So Disney is desperate. Disney needs money. The things they make are not making them money. I feel like the movie that just came out, Soul, was probably a hit for them. I feel like that probably got their numbers boosted. The Mandalorian's the best thing Disney has made in years. But they're losing money on these big IPs and all these products that they purchase. They can't put out any of their Marvel movies to make all their just print that money. The Star Wars franchise appeared to have lost money with the reboot, the sequel trilogy seems to have lost money based on how much they paid for Star Wars and how diminishing the returns were on their box office receipts. So now they need to print money. They need to do slam dunk guarantees. And Indiana Jones, while a brand that's tainted with that Crystal Kingdom skull shit, still has a pretty strong and loyal fan base. So making a video game like this probably came out of that. Thing is, it's being made with Todd Howard of Bethesda. Todd Howard came into prominence with the Fallout games. Now, I like what they did because they revitalized a franchise in Fallout that I really loved. I mean, I think it did a lot of good things for the brand. It basically resurrected what was essentially a dead franchise and turned it into one of the biggest game franchises maybe ever. Lots of Game of the Year awards. I mean, Fallout 3 is a really good game. It's not really a Fallout game. It's good, but it's not amazing. They only really got it right when they went outside of Bethesda and worked with Oblivion to make Fallout New Vegas. And I feel like that one was kind of rigged from the start because like the reviews that were on that game were so brutal and they trashed it so viciously, but it was all just technical stuff and buggy shit and things that are like, yeah, they're important, but they're kind of superficial. So they, it felt like there was some kind of campaign to smear that game. I don't know. That's what it felt like. And then they did Fallout 4, which is essentially just, is a Fallout game in name only. It doesn't have any of the soul of the original games whatsoever. It's just a completely superficial copy. So this is the type of work that he does. I don't know, Todd Howard also is responsible for Fallout 76, which is just a tremendous disaster. There's a lot of great videos out there cataloging all the problems that are wrong with it. I follow this guy, TKS Mantis, and he's a big Fallout fan, and he's gone through all this shit. And Fallout 76 just sounds like an utter train wreck. The brand is tainted. It's just pale. It's a pale version of what made the original great. Putting Bethesda and Lucasfilm at the helm of an Indiana Jones video game, I have very low expectations for that. Very low expectations for that. I feel like what we're going to get is something that resembles Indiana Jones, but ultimately is not the soul of Indiana Jones. And I feel like we'll see Indiana Jones passing on the torch, if you know what I mean. We're talking about Disney. Lucasfilm is Disney. And Bethesda, who have proven they're really just about profits. They don't make good games anymore. And with the current climate, I don't know, you do the math. You do the math. I think we'll just end up with some woke garbage, a pale resemblance of what Indiana Jones used to be. There's no way to really know what type of product we're going to get until we see it. Indiana Jones is a marketable brand. I think it actually could work in a video game, to be completely honest, especially how modern video games are now. It could be really fun to be taking the whip and swinging on things and, you know, shooting bad guys in like a 1940s kind of setting. I think that would be really badass. I would absolutely be into that, you know, if it's authentic. If they put time and energy into making a good story, making an interesting video game and not focusing on superficial bullshit, right? Don't market it to the people who, to the blue check marks on Twitter who are going to get all outraged no matter what, right? Don't worry about them. You have a fan base here that will pay for a good game. Give them that. That's what I think. If that happens, I'm all for it. I'll come praise it. I'll buy it. I'll stream it, whatever. If it's a good game, I will be there. Because Indiana Jones, I think, is a good brand. I don't think they should be making a 5th movie. I think that's a terrible idea. I think why didn't we learn our lesson with the 4th one? Harrison Ford is going to be doing those stunts in a walker. I love Harrison Ford, but can we stop putting him in these action roles, please? It's really unsettling. I don't like it. It doesn't make me feel good. And, you know, they're going to have to replace it with a younger person. So, you know, who knows? Like, that doesn't make me feel good. This could make me this could make me happy. If this video game is good, great. I think that would be a really fun thing for the brand. You know, but if it's not, guys, if it turns out to be woke, empty, cash grabby bullshit, we need to be talking about that. We need to be saying that because it is working. We are moving the needle. The YouTubers, the Fandom Menace, people that talk about this stuff, who push back on the bullshit, it makes a difference. Why do you think they had Luke Skywalker? Why do you think they had Luke Skywalker at the end of The Mandalorian? Why? You think that was just their innovation? They're like, hey, here's a direction. Well, for no other reason, we'll honor the canon and we'll honor the fans. No influences drove us to that decision. No, it was us. It was all these people on YouTube, all the guys who are pushing back, the guys who've been in the Fandom Menace since the beginning, and it works. So we need to. That's our responsibility. If it sucks, we need to tell them. We need to go on here and talk about why. I mean, look, you can't trust anything. Cyberpunk was the most anticipated game maybe ever. Utter shit. A complete ripoff. Stole from the fans. Like stole our excitement with our expectations. I mean, it's despicable. So it could pop up anywhere. Hollow cash grabby bullshit could appear in all different forms, in all different franchises, all different IPs, and we need to be vigilant on it. When we see it, we need to call it out. And when it's not there, when it's honorable and it's interesting, we need to honor that and we need to respect that. Approach it how you want. Get excited if you want. I think you should understand where it's coming from. Todd Howard and Disney, they do not have a very good track record of late. No, they don't. So I would, if I were you, my advice would be to be very cautious moving forward with this. If you're not like a YouTuber like me, if you're not, you know, the type of person that goes and talks about culture and stuff like that, if that's not important to you to be on the front line, I would definitely wait until you heard the fallout on this game, no pun intended, because who knows, man? It's like Cyberpunk, right? Like the smart call there would have been to wait. So I would wait. I would wait and see what people say before you spend $60 or whatever it is to buy this game. And who knows what it's going to be? I mean, they just released a teaser. Doesn't mean the game's coming out. So I don't know. That's all I got on this one, guys. Thank you for watching. Have a wonderful day. Please press like on the video. Please subscribe. You can meme me all you want as long as you click those buttons. I'd really appreciate that. All right, you guys have a great day. I'll see you all on the next one. Be well. See you later.